we had a model too, but I can't carry models on bikes, so I've got a picture of a model, which actually is no better than having nothing. But still, Paintbox, right, go. Okay. We were kind of both really interested in doing something that was outside what we'd normally do. We thought this was a chance to use materials and to use resources and to use spaces that we'd never normally have access to in our limited roles as poet, actor, director. You know, so we kind of thought about art that we've seen and art that we've really connected with. And the first thing I thought of was Yayoi Kusama's Obliteration Room. I don't know if anyone's seen it. He fitted a whole room and he painted the whole thing white, but it was still full of furniture. And he gave people stickers, and gave anyone who came stickers, and said to stick stickers all over it, all different colours, all little circles, all different sizes. And it was beautiful. It was like they ended up with everything being absolutely covered, but because it was all furniture and stuff, so it still moved. Emma was talking about Schrodinger's box, which was a thing that Reckless Sleepers, who are a theatre company from around here, I think, did in town, where it was a theatre piece where they drew on the walls as it went along, and it was different every night because what they drew was related to how the performance went. So each night it was cleaned and started again. And what we really thought was, the trouble is that both of those things aren't that inclusive. The nature of stickers is they're confined to the colours that you're offered and the sizes that you're given, and you know how high you can reach. And Schrodinger's box, it was the actors doing it, there was no one else. So what we really want to do is kind of experiment with making inclusive art in a really confined space. To sort of liberate a gallery from the traditional notion of an exhibition, of being like one artist or an artist's displaying their work in favour of any visitor being able to contribute to the final piece. So what we wanted to do was, in the hub on the left as you come in to the front entrance of the MAC, to fit out a box, basically, hence Paintbox, of probably a plasterboard built around wood, maybe 8 feet square, on 3 sides with a front and cloth over the top. We've sourced that, seen it. Plasterboard is cheap as anything. I used to work as a carpenter in another life, and Matt from Earthbreakers said he'll help us if we get through with making it. We want to fit it out in there and then offer anyone who comes in a chance on Tuesdays when we're here to take poster paint and paintbrushes and to go and paint on the walls of the inside of the box. The point being that you can then do whatever you want with it. You can flick at it, or you can try and paint something specific. You can try and write if you like, but it's just much more freeing. You know, it's rebelling against control. What we really want to talk about is the notion of sort of art as play and how it's often compartmentalised. So it's not in a gallery, and it's not even particularly an exhibition. It's something which is happening, and you can go and contribute to it at the end. The nature of it as a box in a small confined space is that it would have to be there all the time. But what we proposed was that it would be an exhibition that develops in stages. So while people can only paint on it while we're here on Tuesdays, it could maybe stay for a 6-week period and you could slowly see it develop. That also sees off another concern, which is that lots of people would try and paint on it and we'd end up with a big brown splodge, which obviously would be interesting, but you'd be less likely to be able to kind of find your part of it. That's what we really liked, was the idea of, because you can take it apart at the end. We then basically have sort of about 1.5 meters by 1 meter wide tabs of plasterboard that we can then display as, we can take them back down and display them as an exhibition, but it's an exhibition of anyone who attended. So it's another kind of inclusivity thing. And people can come, and if they painted something, then they can try and find their pattern on it or see where they are with it, and you know, stuff will be painted over naturally, but hopefully, because poster paint dries very quickly and it happens over a long process, things will survive underneath, sort of Jackson Pollock-esque, where you sort of can't source where the beginning and the end of anything is. Yeah, so we're aware that it's kind of only functional when we're here, but we still think that it still has relevance to stay all the time, and it still is kind of worthwhile. The reason why we like it for Mac is because principally, I think young people will enjoy it. It's art as play. Ultimately, it's fun. Like, just throwing paint and stuff is fun. So it'd be really, really nice to get anyone involved in it who were to turn up.
Cool.
Yeah, I suppose that's about it, really.